Would you sacrifice everything to be great? There's a moment in Whiplash where Andrew breaks up with his girlfriend. Not because he doesn't like her, not because she did anything wrong, but because she might get in the way. And when I first watched that scene, I didn't think it was necessarily cruel. I thought it was like necessary. And then when I realized, it made me kind of uncomfortable. It made me realize Whiplash isn't about music. It's about the belief that greatness requires sacrifice. And the more I thought about it, the more I started wondering, would I do the same? Would you? Andrew Neiman doesn't just want to be good. He wants to be one of the greats, not decent, not respected, immortal. And Fletcher understands that. He doesn't motivate with kindness. He motivates with humiliation. He throws chairs. He slaps students. He pushes Andrew past the point of pain, and somehow it works. Or at least it looks like it does. There's a line in the film: the two most harmful words in the English language are good job. When I first heard that, it didn't sound abusive. It sounded true, because we live in a world where average feels like failure, where being pretty good feels invisible. And maybe that's why Fletcher's philosophy feels so seductive. Because part of us wants to believe that suffering creates greatness. But here's the thing. Every step Andrew takes towards greatness costs him something. He loses sleep, he loses peace, he loses blood, and then he loses connection. The dinner scene with his family isn't just awkward, it's revealing. Andrew is not proud of who he is. He's proud of who he might become. He dismisses his cousin's achievements. He measures worth by legacy, by being remembered, and that's when it stops being about music. It becomes about validation. Andrew doesn't just play well, he wants someone to look at him and say, "You matter." The breakup scene is where it hits the hardest. He tells her she'll resent him one day, that she'll hold him back. And the scary part is, he might be right. Because relationships take time, and time is the one thing ambition refuses to share. But here's what I keep thinking about. He's not choosing music over love, he's choosing potential over connection. He's choosing the idea of being great over the reality of being human. And that's a trade a lot of us quietly consider. Then there's the car crash. He drags himself out of the wreckage, bleeding, shaking, and still runs to the stage. The moment isn't inspiring, it's disturbing, because at that point it's not passion anymore, it's obsession. And obsession doesn't ask if you're okay, it just asks if you're willing. Like, are you gonna do this? The final performance is filmed like a triumph. The lights, the intensity, the drum solo that feels unstoppable. Andrew finally earns Fletcher's approval. That look between them, it feels like victory, but look closer. Andrew isn't smiling. He isn't relieved. I don't know if that's the face of someone who won or someone who surrendered, because the film never tells us if this is success or if this is the moment Andrew loses himself completely. And that's why Whiplash lingers. It doesn't condemn ambition. It doesn't celebrate it either. It just asks the question: if someone guaranteed you success, real, undeniable success, but told you it will cost you your relationship, your stability, your peace, would you take it? Would it be worth it? Or is greatness only beautiful from a distance? Maybe the scariest part of Whiplash isn't Fletcher, it's the part of us that understands him, the part that believes pain is proof, the part that thinks suffering is the price of being remembered. And maybe that's the real tension, not whether Andrew became great, but whether greatness is something we should want that badly. Because sometimes I wonder if the cost of being extraordinary is giving up the parts of yourself that makes you human. Thank you.